Ecclesiasticus or Sirach 17 and 24.
Yep.
But unto them that repent, he granted them return.
Yeah, so you only granted return is for those who repent, man. You can't just say, you know what, Lord, I believe in you and all things is good. Hell no, man. That don't work, man. Whoever told you that is a false prophet and a lie, man. If you want to continue to follow them, you're going to die with them. Straight like that, man. Yep. But we got to be blunt with our people, man. We tired of playing games, man.
And that's the only other nation of Israel can repent.
Right, right. And for sure, only the nation of Israel.
But unto them that repent, he granted them return.
Yep.
How you gonna return somewhere you never been? This is only for Israel, man. All right. And comforted those that fell in patience. Return unto the Lord, forsake thy sins, make thy prayer before his face, and offend less. That's the thing about it, man, because we know that the flesh is weak, you know. No man can completely stop sinning completely, but there are certain things you can't control, man.
Right,
and
right.
where you can't, and where you fall short, that's where grace comes in, man.
Yup.
Not opposite. Not, oh, you know what? I got grace, so let me use my grace and my liberty as a cloak of maliciousness. The scriptures tell you not to do that, man. You know? The scriptures tell you not to do that, so you have to try, man. I think the brother gonna get that precept. But you have to try, man. You can't just go around doing whatever you want to do and then just say, oh, Lord got me.
I got Ecclesiasticus 15 verse 20. It reads, it says, he have commanded no man to do wickedly, neither have he given any man license to sin.
Right. Well, you don't get a license to sin. You know, like what that's called a license to kill, them little secret agents get. You don't get a license to sin, man. Just because you know you get grace. Now, okay, I'm gonna go commit adultery. That's the same wicked shit we was doing back in the day when we could just take two turtle doves and sacrifice them and get away with certain things. No, it don't work like that no more, man. Most High ain't dealing with that no more.
Yep, that's right, brother. You got a precept, bring it up, brother.
Use not thy liberty as a cloak of maliciousness. Hey, like I was going into, man, like the scriptures tell you, man. Just because, hey, all things are lawful, but they are not expedient, man. Right. You know what I'm saying? And it goes into just temperance, man. The Most High is all about temperance and self-control, you know, and discipline, man. Hey, we all gonna fall short. It's a battle, like the brother Yashawamba came out with the video. The flesh is our biggest battle, overcoming the flesh. That's true. You have to overcome the flesh in order to stay in this thing, man. If you let your flesh, like the brother said earlier, you can't let your flesh rule over your spirit. But the flesh want to do wickedness, man. It'll build up and it'll crush you, man, if you allow it to. And next thing you know, you done fell out.
Right. All right, so I got the book of 1 Peter. 1 Peter 2. You already got it? Yeah. You got 1 Peter? 1 Peter 2 and 16, as the brother was saying, it says, verse 15, it says, for so is the will of the Most High, that with well-doing ye may put to silence the ignorance of foolish men, as free and not using your liberty for a cloak of maliciousness, but as servants of the Most High.
Right. So, hey, that's the point. You know what I'm saying? You're giving this mercy to do a particular job. You're giving this mercy to execute the will of Yahweh Shem Yahushai, man. You know what I'm saying? The scriptures say, go through the city if you see any man that seeketh judgment, and I will pardon him. So if you seeking the judgment of the Most High, then you may be forgiven for those things when you fall short. You can't go and look at a man like the brother was also going into in that overcoming the flesh thing. A lot of people will see us and say, oh man, these niggas gotta sin. They gotta do wickedness. They'll see the apostles. They'll see a brother when he having his bad day or when he might slip, and they'll judge harshly. Oh, this can't be a man of the Lord. You see? But you can't judge that man's situation because he's seeking judgment. And the Most High may pardon him. The Most High may give him, acquit him of any charges, man. And you'll be the one fucked up. Trying to be holier than thou and over righteous.
Right. I got another precept. Galatians 5, verse 13, it says, for brethren, ye have been called unto liberty, only use not liberty for an occasion to the flesh, but by love serve one another.
Going straight into it.
Yes, right,
We was given this to do a particular job, not to be out here fulfilling our own will, walking after the lust of the flesh. You're supposed to be walking after the spirit, which means you're going to be trying to keep the laws, statutes, and commandments to the best of your ability, and by so you will love your brethren, man.
Verse 14, for all the law is fulfilled, in one word, even in this, thou shalt love thy neighbor as thyself. But if you fight and devour one another, take heed ye be not consumed one of another. This I say then, walk in the spirit, and ye shall not fulfill the lust of the flesh.
So what's the lust of the flesh? You want to take a man's wife, you want to steal what another man have or covet what he has, or you want to be jealous toward that man and envious and want his spot, whatever the case may be. You know? If you walking after the spirit, you're not gonna fulfill the lust of the flesh, man. And where you fall short at, you fight against it, man. In sincerity, the Most High knows your works, man. He knows your heart, and it's desperately wicked. So you gotta fight that, man.
Yeah, the scripture said, righteous man falleth 7 times, but rises up again. Roughly paraphrasing. You know, so you fall, you gotta bounce back up, man. You don't just quit, man. You don't just say, you know what? I can't do this anymore. No, man. Because you got to get back up and keep fighting.
Hey, man, the Most High set this thing up to be very perilous and to be very hard. That's why it's called the straight gate.
That's the spirit of Hey, go get that. Matthew 7 chapter, bro. You can drop that and get that. You can finish speaking like the brother said. You're doing beautiful. Hey, the straight gate, man. That's what we're talking about. It's a straight and narrow path, man. It's a position of difficulty, man. So this ride is going to be difficult. This is everything else you see out here. This is the Broadway, man. Hey, you know what? Let me just let you read it. I can finish a little bit more on this. So Galatians 5, verse 17, it says, for the flesh lusts against the spirit, and the spirit against the flesh, and these are contrary the one to the other, so that ye cannot do the things that ye would.
Exactly. The flesh lusts against the spirit. The flesh desires wickedness. It desires carnality. It wants you to go down that path that's widely traveled, that wide path that leads to destruction, man. It's a little more.
It says, but if ye be led of the spirit, ye are not under the law.
Hey, the scripture says, against such there is no law. And those that such is the ones who are walking after the spirit. And the scriptures tell you, these words that I speak unto you, they are spirit and they are life. The scripture, okay? What we have been commanded to do. And like I was about to go into, this path, this straight path is bumpy, okay? You're gonna hit a speed bump. Like the brothers go, like the more experienced brothers always go into. You're gonna come across the brother who may be the man of the Lord, who may rub you the wrong way. But you can't despise that man and treat him a certain way. That's a servant of Yahweh Shem Yahushua. And a brother just brought out that scripture. You can't judge that person because you ain't his master, man. He's gonna be judged of his master. You heard that before?
Yeah.
I can't exactly remember exactly where it is.
I just heard it.
But who is thou that judges another man's servant, man? That's basically what it tells you. You know, so we try the spirit by the spirit, but if the Most High dealing with somebody, you got to get over it. And you got to walk after the spirit, man.
Yeah. Because that's what a lot of you people say, man. Oh, we not followers of men. But what about Apostle Paul, man? Apostle Paul said, be ye followers of me as I am of Hamashiach, man. Because what? You're supposed to follow the spirit in the men, man.
Yep.
See, y'all so carnal, y'all keep looking at the flesh of this, man. Come on, y'all gotta grow, man.
Yep.
Y'all in this babe mindset. I'm talking about the ones that have been in this thing, what, 10, 15 plus years. These are the ones that are saying this, too. You know? Now, I'm not saying nothing wrong with being a babe, but listen to what I'm saying. These are the ones that have been enduring this thing for 10, 15 years that's making these statements like that. Making these carnal statements. Instead of saying we're following after the spirit. I'll call you back. Okay? Paul was walking in the spirit, man. Paul got taught directly from Yahweh Shai, man.
Yep. But even he didn't raise up against the border, man.
Right.
You know? And you got to understand something, too. Those people fit that scripture perfectly. The one that says you become as one that you need teaching again, man. Because you've been in this thing, like the brother said, so many number of years, but now something that you think you would have a foundation in, now you need to be taught all again. What be the foundations, man. You need milk again, man. On how not to judge thy brother. You need the damn scriptures that even the Christian church uses. Oh, take the beam out thy eye before you take the mote out your brother's eye. You know, this is something that's just already supposed to be ingrained in you, man.
You got something done, y'all?
Yes.
Bring it out.
This is 1 Peter chapter 2, starting at verse 1. It says, therefore, laying aside all malice and all guile and hypocrisies and envies and all evil speakings, as newborn babes, desire the sincere milk of the word, that you may grow thereby.
Yeah, so you're supposed to desire this sincere milk of this word that you may grow, man. Okay? Go into the basic things of the scripture. Don't go into things that which we call too deep. Because a lot of you newcomers that's coming in, y'all want to know all the deepest breakdowns. Nah, man, start with the milk. Build your foundation. Grow. Alright? It's alright. Hey, we're babes. We ain't ashamed to say that. Because the milk is the milk is beautiful, man. Okay? You are grounded upon milk, man. You know?
Right, and hey, like the scriptures say, what the precept just popped into mind. Okay, there's nothing wrong, like the brother said, with having the milk, but that's not to say the Most High won't grow you, like it said, that you may grow thereby. You know, it said that He teaches and knowledge to them that are weaned from the milk and drawn from the breast. But you have to be weaned from it. You have to take steps. You got a baby step, man. You don't just start walking out the womb. You don't walk out the womb. Hey, what's up, ma? Where my binky at? It don't go down like that, okay? You grow up, you crawl, you hobble around, and then you start walking. Then you start running.
Hey, it's a process, man.
Right.
Same with this truth, man.
Right.
Same with this truth.
So one day you may learn, but in the meantime, it's best to go with what it tells you in the book of Sirach. It says, seek not things that are too high for you, but rather what you have been commanded. That focus on, man. You know, and I can get that, but hey, look, you may learn those things one day, but don't rush, because you might choke on the meat.
Right. All right, so did you have a precept before that one, before the milk one? Did you have a precept?
Everybody get the fuck out.
If you drop this, sorry. What are you doing, brother? Matthew 7. 13.
Matthew 7 and 13.
Yeah. Here it goes.
Enter ye in at the straight gate, for wide is the gate and broad is the way that leadeth to destruction.
Read that again.
Matthew 7 and 13.
Right.
Enter ye in at the straight gate.
Right, and it's truth. This is the straight gate, man. Go ahead.
For wide is the gate and broad is the way that leadeth to destruction.
Right. Broad is the way that leadeth into destruction, man. What's the thing that's broad? Doing the things of this world, man. That's the broader way to lead into destruction, man. Right? Going into all these different religions. That's the way of the broader to destruction, man. Right? Doing all these different things that's contrary to the Heavenly Father. Those are the broader ways to lead into destruction, man. That's why it says, follow the straight gate. Follow the narrow path. And this is this truth, man. This is this truth.
And straight, that word straight goes into a position of difficulty.
Yeah.
For you, bro. But you know, you think about it. It's easy to sin. It's easy to be a homosexual. It's easy to be strung out on drugs and to smoke cigarettes and to eat pork.
It's easy to be a false Christian, man.
Right. Yeah. It's easy to be proudful. It's easy to do all these different things and to follow your own understanding. But what's difficult is fighting your flesh. Listening to men who you may not always agree with all the time, but the Spirit deal with you. These different things are not as easy. The scriptures tell you, I think it's in Ecclesiastes 7, either 5 or 7, it tells you that this path is so narrow that only one man can go at a time.
Yeah, I got it, bro. I got it. You can do a little bit more on yours.
Okay. Matthew 7 and 14. Because straight is the gate and narrow is the way which leadeth into life.
Leadeth into life. We know that this, when we're doing this truth, this ultimately leads into life. And the things that you're doing, y'all doing things that outside of following and trying to the way you know how to please Yahweh, how to return it to Him. right? All that's death, man. All that's death. All the other things that you're doing, you Israelites that that you're doing that's outside of this is death. Period. Period. There ain't no other way, man. This is Isaiah 13. This is your foundation right here. This is your standard that you're supposed to follow. You Israelites, that is. Man. But all y'all that turn away from it, y'all gonna die. Y'all gonna die a horrible death, man. You see? And the Lord's gonna put his wrath upon you, all his anger and his wrath upon you, man. He gonna make y'all feel it. It ain't gonna be no thing where it's like one gunshot to the head and then now you good. No, now you in the spirit world. No, the Lord gonna leave y'all spirits and y'all bodies and make y'all feel that, man. The Lord's gonna be doing so many different things. It's gonna be unbelievable. But we don't want to feel none of that, man. So that's why we out here doing the work. Hey. You know.
Because straight is the gate.
What
and
Bible
narrow,
is that? Sorry.
King James Version. Because straight is the gate and narrow is the way which leadeth unto life, and few there be that find it. So this thing, hey man, this thing is something that not everybody's gonna have. It's not gonna be billions or millions of people that have the true understanding. The scriptures tell you there are few that are gonna find the true pathway. The elect itself is only 144,000, and then 2/3 of the nation of Israel are going to be cut off and die, man.
Yeah, the elect is the 144,000.
I wanted to ask you some questions, but my mind's
those are the men and teachers, you know, but to add to what the brother said, the whole 1/3. Right. Okay, because you got the different believers, right? You got friends of the prophets, you got the different women, right? Some brothers' wives, or, you know, different believers as well. Some of the brothers' children. Okay, so it's the 1/3. Okay. That's the 1/3. That represents the elect. Right.
Yeah, exactly. It goes into the elect, man. 144,000 and the 1/3 believers, man. And the 2/3 are gonna be cut off and die, man. That's it.
Why? Because they want to follow the Broadway, man. Right. Live in this fantasy world that we're in. This is the Broadway our people love to follow. Well, guess what? All this is about to be shattered before your eyes. All of it. All this walking up and down downtown and all that with martial law hit, ain't gonna be none of this, man. Ain't gonna be none of this carrying on, going to y'all's plays, right? Going downtown shopping and buying things. No, man. All that's gonna be cut out.
Right. And see, it talks about the broad path and the narrow path. That broad path seems easy. It seems easy, but really it's that which is inconvenient, man. Because having that discipline and disciplining and patterning yourself after the law, statutes, and commandments of the Most High, hey, the scriptures say that his commandments are not grievous.
Yeah, the brother meant narrow. The brother meant the narrow path. But the broad way is.
That's why I said the broad path seems easy, but really it's that which is inconvenient.
Yeah, it's definitely inconvenient, but it's easy to fall.
It's easy to fall into it. Yeah, definitely. Easy to fall into it. But that narrow path is actually the right way, man. Yeah. And the scriptures tell you, like I said, that his commandments are not grievous, man. They are beneficial unto you, man. So it's a good thing to have that discipline and to have that temperance. It'll only benefit you, man. It'll only benefit you. And that easy way that seems easy is really going to lead you into destruction.
That's right, brother.
And cause more difficulties for you. So it look easy, but it's really more difficult.
Right,
You putting stones in your own path, man.
Yeah.
And it's easy to do it. It's real easy to get into trouble, but it's hard to get out of it, man.
Yeah, sure. And that's the way Esau set it up. This is how the red Hebrew Edomites set it up, man. They set it up for you, Jake, man, and y'all don't even know it. Y'all don't even know it. But we telling y'all. All right, so I'm gonna get this. 2nd Ezra 7, verse 7. It says the entrance. Here we go. I'll start at the top. It says 2nd Ezra 7:1.
I usually start at the one about the city.
Yeah. It says, and when I had made an end of speaking these words, there was sent unto me the angel which had been sent unto me the night before. And he said unto me, Up, Esdras, and hear the word that I am come to tell you. And I said, Speak on, my power. Then said he unto me, The sea is set in a wide place, that it might be deep and great. But put the case, the entrance were narrow and like a river. Who then could go into the sea to look upon it and to rule it? If he went not through the narrow, How could he come into the bride?
How are you gonna be